HoneyBunTv.
Spend this money, gorgeous, all on you, girl.
Hey honey buns, and what is up? In lieu of prom season, we are going to be making a sample prom dress with a ruffled mermaid bottom. Now, if you don't want a ruffled bottom, you don't have to use a tool. But baby, if you want a ruffled bottom, you're going to have to get that tool. Now, we are going to use 1 yard of velvet. This is what I use for me, and I'm 5'1.5", if that gives you any direction of the yardage for the bottom. I use 4.5 yards stretch satin, as well as 2 bolts of tulle, which is equivalent to 80 yards from where I order and get fabric from. My honey buns already know what I'm doing. I'm literally folding my fabric hot dog style and cutting it down the middle so I can have 2 pieces and getting a good usage of my fabric. This is the velvet piece. This is not the satin piece for the bottom. After that, take your first piece of fabric that you cut and fold it again. As you can see here, it's on fold. You're going to place your pattern on top and cut 2 pieces. And when I say cut 2 pieces, this piece that I'm cutting out is piece number 1. After this, we're going to fold over again and cut piece number 2. You should have 2 pieces on fold because our fabric is in half. Now we are just getting ready to cut our bottom for the mermaid bottom. Now, what I like to do is fold it on the widest part. So basically folding it hamburger style. Once you fold it over once, you're going to fold it over again. You should have 4 pieces just like this of fabric on top of each other, if that helps give you the best description. After that, you are going to place your pattern on top. Mine is a circle skirt pattern. Basically, I use this pattern for if I'm doing a skirt for my waist. It works really good around my knees. And usually for the knee area, I cut about 2 inches above the knee because you just don't want it to be right at the knee where the mermaid spreads out. You want to give her some room now. Now, as you can see, I've cut this into 2 pieces because me personally, I like to connect them in the seam that goes down the side, but you don't have to do that. You can literally just fold it over like I had the folds and cut, and you will get that once you open your fabric up. It will be a whole circle. Now, I'm prepping my tulle, which this is the killer part, honey. Let's get into it. Now, usually I cut down the middle and I do 10 by 10. But today, we're just going to cut down the middle. I got to get some better scissors now. I couldn't find my other scissors, so I had to use these for a couple of minutes. And it was a struggle. Now, after I done cracked that open, found my other scissors, we are literally just going to cut it in half again. Cut the tulle in half. And make sure it's all on top of each other because tulle can really kind of get messy. So you just want to take your time doing that. Now we are getting ready to put the dress together. Remember when I say you're going to need 2 pieces? This is exactly what I meant. 1 for the front and 1 for your back. Now you are going to sew your shoulder and alongside your waist, bust, and hip. So your shoulders right there where I just showed you, you're not going to sew this piece right here where I'm kind of stretching it out at. You are going to sew this piece as I glided my finger down. So I'm just going to show you. Sew the shoulder. And then right here, this is the bottom of your armpit. You're going to sew that all the way down. Now, it is completely optional if you want to put a zipper on your dress. I do highly recommend. I don't know where the rest of the footage had went now, But I did show you guys how to put a zipper on. You don't have to, like I said, it's optional, but I would highly recommend to put a zipper on the back of the dress, because say if you or your prom girlie is getting ready to put the dress on, she don't want to lift that thing above her head and put it down. No, she wants to step in it like Cinderella. Now we are getting ready to prep our tulle. As you can see here, this is 2 layers of tulle, number 1. And the way I cut it, it's 2 layers. It's going to give you 2 layers on top of each other. Don't just do 1 layer of tulle. I'm just pushing it through the machine and low-key slightly pleating it as I'm pushing it through. You see how I'm just gliding it on through? Girl, it's gliding. It's gliding. Now, when I get to the end, about 1 inch, I just put another piece on and attach it and glide it through again. And that will hold and create a chain. Following suit, as you can see me here doing, this is the mermaid skirt. We want to place the ruffles on the skirt. So because we want to place the ruffles on the skirt, you can do this 2 ways, but this is how I do it. We're starting at the bottom, and we are going to place that tulle chain on top of that fabric and literally go around. And I start at the bottom, and then I take it off the machine and put it in, as you see me here doing now, at the top, because it gets to be too much, and that would just cause a whole chaotic scene taking the tulle from around there. So I put it in through the bottom, slid it in through the bottom, and now I'm sliding it through at the top. And I'm doing the same thing. All I'm doing is putting the tulle on top of the fabric and going around in a circle. It will make its own staircase. And take your time and give yourself grace, because I feel like this is really the hardest part. So take your time, and you are going to go, like Trey's song says, round and round, round and round. Go around. After that, you are now going to want to attach your dress to that bottom. And how we do that is literally folding, well, not folding, but putting the skirt inside out. So once you do that, put it inside out, you are going to put the dress on the good side, on top of the good side, if that makes sense. So whenever you do anything, your seams are always inside, which is where the thread is. So it's always going to be good sides facing good sides with the seams inside. And then you are going to fold inside out so it can be on a proper side, as you're literally about to see me here doing. I'm matching up my seams, just making sure everything is aligned, because we want those seams to be matched. And a trick or a little tip for you is, if you're having trouble matching the seams up because things do slide on the machine, you can always put a little bit of glue to settle, and it will hold it. And then when you put it on the machine, it will just literally slide and glide through. Now that I am done, oh my gosh, she looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put her on my mannequin. And honey buns, this is how she should come out. Comment if you want me to do another one. I love doing prom dresses. I love doing dresses, period. Matter of fact, I love sewing. See you guys on HoneyBunTv next week. Mwah!